Bonsoir, je m'appelle Percy. Comment ça va? Hey, don't change the channel. Don't change it. No. You're here, being here now with Percy. It's just, I just took a French lesson last week and I can actually say that. That's pretty darn cool. So happy 2021, guys. I hadn't been here in a minute. Hadn't done a vlog in a long time, and I tell you, 2021 is off to a fast start for me, for sure. Oh, look how beautiful it is. This is like literally the 4th day that I've been able to get on the bike and get outside this year. Weather has just been really bad. But just got off work, taking a long way home. I have a couple of hours of daylight here, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to hook up the vlogging gear and see if I can remember how to use it and check in on my peeps and see how you're doing. I really hope you're doing well. Yeah, 2021, and we're still dealing with the COVID. I think we've settled into a pretty good routine here at our homestead. Of course, the exciting news for us and my partners and all my teammates is that we closed on selling our small business right at the end of the year, which is kind of why things are a little hectic right now, and I haven't had time to sit down and do a vlog or get much content out because it's been busy as heck, going from a small business here in the US to part of a global team. But oh my god, are we ever excited and happy. Woohoo! I think I'll go up here by the workhouse and maybe we can just chat a little bit. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, the year's getting off to a good start here for us. A lot of that has to do with the fact that last March, when things kind of went upside down and we started going into lockdown here in the US, and of course people were already in lockdown around the world, we decided that what we would do is kind of focus on the stuff we could control and on the opportunities that would be created by all this mess. And there are opportunities out there, and we kind of took advantage of that. So from a head space, I think we're in pretty good shape. Physically, I don't know, man, I'd still love to get out more and get out and do things to some degree like I used to want to do. That's a cool building. But it's funny, you know, when you think about it, I think, although there's a lot of stuff that we all miss because of dealing with the pandemic, I know, at least for me and a lot of the people I know, it's given us an opportunity to kind of reassess the value and importance of stuff that used to be important to you. You know, things that I always felt were, oh, I got to make a priority for this, or I got to make a priority for that, and you know, we haven't been able to do them in almost a year. But now it's kind of like, why did I even think that stuff was important before? So I don't know, if anything good comes out of this, maybe it's a lot of us will kind of reapply our focus and hone in on the things that are truly of value and important in life. I don't want to be a bummer, don't want to be a downer. Anyway, we don't have the vaccine yet, although Miss Percy and I are in the group that's eligible to be vaccinated. That's because someone couldn't do friggin' math. And I think here in the US, it's kind of finally hit people in the face that all that, oh yay, rah rah, the vaccine's here, crap you were hearing towards the end of the year, when the math actually gets out in front of you, you realize, oh shoot, yeah, that's not gonna like happen in a couple of months. we're hoping that our group will be stuck sometime in February, and that'll put us in a little better place. So this place I'm at now, this is they call it the Workhouse, and this is in Lorton, Virginia. There used to be several prisons here, and what they did was they sold off the prisons. I think they closed them down and sold them off, I think about 20 years ago. Most of them were sold off to developers for for houses and condos and stuff. This one here, though, has been converted into what they call the Workhouse, and it's really it's an artsy place, right? So local artisans can come here and rent out shop space in these buildings that used to be, I think these were barracks or something, but they've all been renovated. If you're ever out in Lorton, this is actually a cool place to come and just hang out. Now, I used to really like coming out here when it was all dug up and all ratty and stuff. You've probably seen some of the photos over the last couple of years I've taken here, but now they've done a pretty good job of getting most of it finished off. There's still some buildings that are still kind of yucky. I may try to get up there sometime when the light's right and get some photos of Sophie. But yeah, it's just kind of a cool place to come and hang. I like coming out here sometimes. I'll go around the other side and I'll show you, but it's a place I like to just kind of come and hang and drink coffee or read or something. I don't know what this old building was. Looks like I don't know, some type of factory of some type or something. I don't know. This used to be really cool. They used to have like some signs and a lot of graffiti here, but looks like it's been cleaned up quite a bit. I brought Volts up here last year and we did a little photography with the bikes. There's the old Sealand containers over there. Yeah, it's just kind of a cool place. They put little park benches out now. A water tower, and out there you can, I don't know if you can make them out on this wide angle lens, but there are a couple of guard towers that are still up. I don't know what they're going to do with them. Looks like there's about 3 of those. One of the cool things they used to do before COVID was in the fall, down here on this old baseball field, they would kind of fence this off with like a wooden fence and make like a, I don't know, like a haunted field or something. It was like a maze or something in there, and you know, you could bring the kids up and do spooky Halloween stuff. I would definitely come out here if you get a chance and check out some of the shops in here. They have some amazing artists, and they really have some cool stuff. During the warmer months, they have performances out here. Usually have like a comedy night, or they'll have concerts, or they have a fair. A few times they had like a market, almost like a farmer's market, I guess, where vendors would be set up. But this is kind of a cool place, just the courtyard here. I like coming out here and having coffee on the bench, checking out some of the wares that some of the artists have. So yeah, so that's the Workhouse in Lorton. It's off 123. Anyway, hey, let me know what you think about the new look back camera here. New position. I'm trying out this new GoPro mount that I've got for the SP Connect last month. The first time I've used it. Hope to see how the video looks. Let me know what you think about this angle, or this angle, or whichever angle where I'm showing the camera coming back from here. And of course, that's all setting on top of these new risers I put on the bike a couple of weeks ago. I've not been able to get out and do any riding whatsoever with them, but you know, they feel pretty comfortable. I like the seating position with those. So these are the 2.5-inch extension, riser extensions. I keep telling people I put risers on the bike, and I really didn't. They're just extensions, but you get what I'm talking about. So what do you guys got planned coming up for 2021? Anything exciting? I know the big thing that I've got this year that I am like super excited about is Percy Jr. is going to trailer his bike all the way from Texas up to the DC area. And he and I are going to do a father-son ride from DC across the US to the Dakotas and ride the Badlands. That's going to be an exciting trip, and I'm hoping to hook up with Kid Moto 22 and ride the Badlands with him joining us. I'm also hoping to swing by and hook up with the Great Egret, my personal superhero and awesome YouTuber, and maybe ride the driftless region with him. It's going to be a fun trip. I'm not sure who else we'll meet up with on the way, but I know that Percy Jr.'s looking forward to it. Oh, don't get in front of me, school bus. Now, I'm going to obviously be riding a 2019 Fat Bob 114. Sophie's going to enjoy the trip. Percy Jr. has a couple of bikes, and the one that he's going to be taking is a Dyna of some type. I can't remember the exact model that he has. So we'll have a new Softail and a Dyna, and hopefully that Dyna is going to do a good job getting him back and forth. But we're going to document that trip. A lot of video, a lot of photography. I may actually do a documentary out of it, because it is a really major trip for my son and I. We've never done anything like this, and when he was living here, I was still in that hell no, I'm never getting back on a bike phase. And unfortunately, for the 4 years that he was here, while he was stationed not too far from here, we never got to ride together because I'm an ass. Was an ass. I don't know, maybe I'm still an ass, but we're gonna go do that trip. I'm also looking at possibly going down and doing the Tail of the Dragon with some people whose names I won't mention at the moment. I don't want to pressure them to making it happen, but depending on what the COVID situation is, we may actually go do that in March. And that's going to be a ton of fun. So for those reasons, I put these riser extensions on to go back to that. But yeah, I like this. So I don't know, guys, that's just it. I just wanted to check in, kind of let you know what was going on. I may have to go back to maybe doing 1 video a week instead of 2. Depends on how quickly I can get settled into my new place at work and get through all that merger stuff. I think this thing is loose. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, new angle. But the saying, oh yeah, so maybe once a week. I don't really like doing the talking head stuff, and since I can't ride, that's kind of what we're stuck with at the moment. But if there's anything you would like to see a video on, just things in general or specifically about the Fat Bob, I know I get a lot of email and direct. You're gonna dude, seriously, honestly, and a lot of direct messages from people all the time, and I really appreciate that. While we're talking about that, you guys have no idea what the comments and the messages and everything, how much that means. Check this out up here. Just how much that actually means. I may not respond to everybody. I try to, I do my best, but sometimes the volume is just so much that I can't get to it. But I do read each and every comment on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and everything. And you know, when you guys reach out or drop a comment or even just a thumbs up or whatever, it really goes a long way to helping keeping me motivated and just generally in a positive orientation, you know. Much love to all of you. Anyway, I'm gonna try to figure out where I am. Let me try to get some coffee. That's what I ought to do. You guys have a good one. Oh, there's Officer Obi. No, sir, I don't want a pickle. I just want to ride my motorcycle. Have a good one, guys. Peace.